Welcome to the GR Rideshare Adventures Podcast. Rideshare infotainment for the new driver, old driver, and everyone in between.
Hi guys, welcome to the GR Rideshare Adventure Podcast live stream. I'm Jason, your host, with Jesper, Nick,
hello,
and special guest returning, Gabe. And producer Ben. He does not have a mic tonight, so just to let you know, because Gabe wanted to come, and I was like, all right, I guess. So Gabe's on tonight. We're all going to talk about the penny surge, although I didn't call it that. I keep seeing people call it that. It's Timothy Burns calls it the penny surge.
Yep.
I don't know if that's what everyone calls it or what, but so yeah, you know everyone. Gabe's been on before. Yeah, so we'll just get right into the stories from the past 2 weeks. I just said to the guys before we went live, I'm like, I don't have any stories. And Gabe's like, yeah, the trash lady. I'm like, oh, the trash lady. So I guess I'll go first. So, you know, Jesper or Nick can go after me if they have any stories. Nick probably didn't drive, so.
What are you talking? I've driven more than everyone here.
Can we turn
you.
Nick's mic down, please? Thank you. So, yeah, I probably have more stories, but the only one I can think of is that Gabe brought up the trash lady. So I go pick up this lady. I mean, they're kind of projects. Do you know where I'm talking about?
Where at?
It's like Eastern and 28th, but right behind the laundromat, there's it's like Laraway Street or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Doesn't matter. Lower end apartments, and I go there, and I'm waiting for her, and it's down to like 2 minutes, and I see this lady come out, kind of walk away from me towards the trash can, and it was a big dumpster, and it wasn't overflowing. The lids were closed, and she threw the trash right in front of the dumpster, and I'm like,
why?
What? And I know you know the story, but I was just like, you seriously couldn't pull the lid up and put it in? And then, I mean, you spent more effort walking all the way there, one more step and one more arm movement, and I didn't have the dash cam's a different story. I didn't have a dash cam in my car, but all the guys said I should have canceled the ride. Or no, you said go over there, pick the trash up, throw it in there, then cancel the ride.
Yeah, show her how to do it.
It's just, I don't understand people. Like, I mean, I can get it if it was overflowing and like, you know, you've seen dumpsters like that where there's overflowing. Okay, throw it in the pile in the front, whatever. But I was just like, it was a good ride, though. It's all the way to Walmart, so I can't complain. I'm glad I kept it. I'm trying to hit a bonus, bro.
Good old Walmart.
Yeah.
Good old Walmart.
Why am I not surprised you said Walmart?
Oh.
They were employed there, actually. Both of them.
Again, not surprised.
Yeah, I don't know. It just pissed me
You
off.
should go to whatever aisle she works at Walmart and just
Just
over
knock.
everything.
What? God, that would have been super awkward, though. Oh, I did have another story. I kicked a guy out.
Yeah.
That was at Walmart, too.
Mm-hmm.
It was at a different Walmart. I picked him up, and I know it was. He come out of the sliding door, and I'm maybe 200 feet back, and it's really congested. He waves me to come get him. I said, no, come here. Like that, because I didn't want to, you never want to get caught in that congestion. You just want to get your passenger and scoot out of there.
Well, and you don't want to block the entry into the store and
Absolutely.
all that either.
Just common sense, right? I just stay away at least a little far back. And so he reluctantly walks over, gets in the car, and I'm like, oh, sorry about that. I just didn't want to block, it's just so congested up there. And no comment, silence. Okay, whatever. I started driving. I'm like, I confirmed like where he was going. He's like, you have the address in the app. I was like, okay. That was right at the end of the parking lot. I was like, get out. Because I knew I was going to get a 1 star anyways.
Right.
He's like, I'm not paying for this. I'm like, nope, you sure not? I'm canceling the ride. So you won't have to pay for it. You just have to get another. He just kind of sat there and stared at me and then got out. But I'm like, I'm not dealing with this.
He said thank you or something.
Yeah. Or have a good day. And I'm just like, I mean, maybe I overreacted a little bit. I mean, I never overreact. So I don't know why he would think I was overreacting. But
Well, I think they think that we should take whatever they give to us.
yeah,
As far as an attitude, because
Right.
they're paying for a ride.
I understand he was frustrated, but he should have said to me, man, I was kind of frustrated that you didn't pick me up. Move head back? Why?
The logo's in front of his head.
Oh, I have to move back?
No, me.
Oh, Jesper.
I was trying to be discreet over here.
Oh, he's discreet. He's holding up like What are you, like a sign turner, like a script? Someone's reading a script. That's real discreet. Next time, take your shirt off if you want to get my attention.
Move the logo, man. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, come on. You're the producer. Just move the logo.
Make myself known somehow.
There you go.
Where was I when he rudely interrupted me? Oh, you said that like we have to take that attitude. And if he would have just said, "Hey man, it was kind of a bummer that I had to walk over here," and although I did explain it why I did it, so screw him.
It's no different than when you're people want you to pick up in front of the Bob.
Right. I actually, honestly, have not had that much pushback. Have you from that?
Well, I think
on
'cause the
occasion?
majority of us drivers are refusing to pick up
Yeah.
in front of the Bob. So
I feel the volume has gone down a little bit.
Back 40.
Yeah, that's a cluster
you
F.
can't do anything about.
I will
that for you.
text. I had a girl, and no.
Well, I'll pick up in the alley or on Commerce. I know you pick up at B-Dubs, but it's busy over there too. I know Commerce isn't the super ideal because it is a little tight there, but I pull further down by where that kind of that ramp is on. That would be, I don't know what side of the road, but if you turn right on Commerce, it would be on the right hand
It's on
side.
the west side, yeah.
Yeah, the west side. Thank you. But I won't pick up in front of the back 40.
Well, they're loading zones right there by Buffalo Wild Wing. That's why I pull up right there.
Every time I drive through there, it's always packed.
Me too.
I guess I'm lucky.
I pull into the alley all the time.
The alley, yeah, and usually you can actually sometimes drive all the way through.
Oh, I
But-
always do. Yeah.
But sometimes on the Saturday nights they have a trailer and a truck there from the band, and you can't drive through.
True.
Do you just drive through them?
Yeah.
You just kind of plow that van through and just be like,
Oh, yeah. Well, I haven't always been able to get through so far. So.
well, yeah. Then clearly you haven't seen the truck and trailer, but it's definitely there sometimes. So
I've seen it. So
yeah. All right. What about you, Nick? Any stories?
Not really. I haven't had anything exciting. Jesper, you don't matter.
Well, I mean,
Apparently not. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Well, do we have to go round robin like this?
Nick,
I wanted to go
go
crisscross.
ahead, Nick. It's fine.
No, like I said, I don't have anything interesting. Just that the last 2 Fridays I've had, my last ride has brought me to my neighbor's house.
Really?
Yes.
That's
So then-
convenient.
You just go home.
That is nice.
So last 2 Fridays I've skipped out on the bar crowd.
Well, it's not been that great. Anyways, sorry, I'm chatting with somebody. So that's all your stories?
Yeah, I mean, I had an airport rider that was rated a 4.45.
But again, with airport, it's kind of a crapshoot.
She didn't tip me, so I wish I wouldn't have given her 5 stars. But
Yeah, thanks.
For what?
Oh, this is gonna be a great night.
All right.
what
yes,
is
but-
Paula on here?
Oh, yeah.
No, Paula.
Yeah, is Paula like, what's up? Okay. Jesper, any stories for you?
No, I don't have anything. No.
Son of a bitch.
So I only drove last Friday. And my only story really is I had an almost puker in my car. He was going out to Allendale, and I had to stop 3 times for him to pull over.
Were they nasty sounds?
Oh yeah, lots of sounds. Yep. In the street though, so that was good.
Yes. In the
So-
street is good.
Were
So,
you
yeah.
zigzagging while you were driving on purpose? Or
Well, we know. We've seen him hit a curb, so we know he tries it on purpose.
Well, not with people in my car.
So that's it? That's your story? Lame.
I thought there was one more, but I forget what that was. That was probably my story then.
All right, Gabe. Got anything?
So I had the pukers from Grand Valley, the kids from Germany,
That's
the
right.
girls.
That was a lot of puke, right?
Yeah, 2 people out of the 3.
Not even in your Jeep.
Yeah, no, it's my friend's car.
I remember reading that Facebook comment.
I was so mad.
in my car?
Yeah, I was like, I was picking up from the bus stop that goes out to Grand Valley because I thought the bus ran.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they look okay. All right.
Well, wait. What time does the bus end? It must go late on the weekends.
It does, but it was like after 2, so they missed it.
For some reason, I thought that bus line ran to Grand Valley like all night.
Because they were sitting there. Well, 2 of them, one was standing, one was sitting, and then one came around like
One was in the
cement
fetal
wall.
position.
And I was just like, all right, these girls, it'll be interesting. Let's see. So they get in, and we literally drove like 300 feet, and the one pukes, and I was just like, there's puke bags back there.
Yeah.
And the girl's like, where? And I'm like, in the back seat. So she grabs one, hands it to her, and then the other one, I can hear her, like, grabbing the other one, and I'm like, and then I have two the entire time, like back to back, just puking. And I'm just like, so I start turning up the radio, and the girl up front who paid for the ride, who ordered the ride, she's like, thank you so much for turning that up. And I'm just like, yep.
Well, it's a smell too, right? Was
Do you
it
think
nasty?
the one
Yeah.
puked because the other one puked?
I don't know. No, because when I dropped them off, the second one who puked was sitting on the curb in Allendale puking, while the first one was wandering down like the, I don't know, commons area between the buildings, like staggering. And then the one who was not puking was standing there with the other one that was sitting on the curb. But they're girls. They were out for a birthday. And I was like, it's an expensive birthday tonight.
Yeah. Well, did you freeze them out? You know what that means?
I did roll down the window a little bit because it smelled.
Well, but I always say, well, like if you think you're gonna, well, you didn't have a chance. It was like 300 feet, and they were going to town.
No, we literally went to go around the curb where the Blue Bridge walkway is.
Yeah.
From the bus, so like probably 300 feet.
That's what it started for me, right there.
Yeah, and I was
place
just
is
like,
cursed.
oh no.
Well, yeah. When we say, for everyone that's listening that might be new, that when we say freeze them out, if you think you're going to get a puker, you got some gurgling going on, turn the air conditioner on, even in the middle of winter. Just make it cold as hell, because everyone's been
Drinking anyway, so they're going to be hot.
Well,
anyways.
right. Well, everyone's been hungover, or no, even when
Right,
you have the flu. What are you? You're always sweating. You're hot. You're like you want. I mean, I lay on the floor.
I can tell. I'm like, oh, they look a little rough. Like, and I'll ask, hey, are you okay? Are you gonna get sick before they get in the car? Nothing. Like, there was nothing to pick up on.
Okay.
I just thought she looked really tired because she just was like, because I had a girl that I picked up from a house. She was wasted. That's my other story. I picked up. What time was it? 4 a.m? Like, he comes out and he's like, look, I have to get my friend up. It's really hard, okay? And I'm just like, what? What do you mean you have to get her up? She's drunk, okay? And I'm like, all right, I'll wait. So I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm just like,
Were they gonna drive together?
yeah.
Okay, good. I thought he
Yeah.
was loading her up to go. I would have been like, no.
So she gets in the front. Apparently, it was her birthday celebration.
Yeah.
Like, they were probably my best ride ever because she was so drunk. She was hilarious. Like, I was cracking up the entire time. She was like, I just want to get in my bed and get naked. I just want to take my bra off right now. I was like, keep your bras on.
Yeah.
Like, don't take them off. And
You
she's
said
like,
bras,
Yeah.
plural.
Yeah.
Did you think she had two on?
I don't know. The way she was talking the whole ride.
Yeah.
Like, we were going to Belmont from like Leonard and what was it? Plainfield area. And I'm like, we got to almost Leffingwell and Knapp. And she was like, I want McDonald's. And I'm like, where's there a 24-hour McDonald's? I'm like, oh, Plainfield. She's like, yeah, let's go. So I ended up taking them to McDonald's and then taking them home. But the entire time, like, she had the seat all the way back. It was laying on her friend's lap. And he's like, you're crushing my legs. And she said she doesn't care. It was her birthday. She could do what she wanted. I had to make her put her seatbelt on. She was like yelling at the alarm in my car because it beeps until you put it on. Yeah. I hear you. And I'm just like, all right. I have the video. I should probably save it and I can give it to you. Like, the stuff she was talking about.
You mean the video from my camera that I sold you?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. So, I had that one, and then I don't think I had anything else crazy.
Okay.
Everybody's pretty calm.
All right, well, that's good. All right, we're at our first giveaway point. It's 9:45, right on the money. So we're giving away 4 Amazon gift cards, 4 $25 Amazon gift cards. And that's for reaching 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. So it's kind of just a celebration time for that. And so the first question that you have to answer, and you have to answer in either YouTube or Facebook, is how long was your furthest rideshare trip? Give us an answer for that, and then Ben will pull the names from that and then do a random drawing. So,
Gabe, you can't win.
yeah, I know. He's like, oh, dang, I should have not come tonight.
I know.
Oh, look at it. I know. So, all All right, we're going to get right into our plugs since everyone's online now because of the giveaway. If you listen to the live stream when it started and our last podcast, we had a guy that offered his services for free,
which is awesome.
Yeah, I went to his site and he actually does that for podcasts. I don't know if he's trying to get his voice out there. He knows if he does it for free for podcasts, all of a sudden people start hearing his voice like crazy. You know what I mean? So his name is Adam Grant Voice. Adam Grant is his name. And then his website is adamgrantvoice.com. So check him out if you have a podcast or a YouTube channel or whatever, and do that. So I will post that unless Ben
put it on the YouTube. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And next, of course, our Zazzle and Zazzle store, zazzle.com/grrideshare. It's got a lot of cool stuff on there. I know we keep saying that. Go buy some stuff. Come on, support your favorite rideshare podcast, the only one that matters, GR Rideshare Adventures. Was that good? Did you like that?
You should get Adam to do that.
I know, right?
Good,
yeah. Bitch. All right, and then our Patreon account. I'm going to work on the rewards for that. We only have one, and it's our super fan Larry Duncan from Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Good old Larry.
If you go to, I need to get a special URL for that, but patreon.podbean.com/grrideshare. And basically on there is 3 tiers of rewards. One of them, like Larry gets the podcast early. As soon as I'm done editing it, if I do it in advance and not the night before, he gets the podcast right away so he can listen to it. Doesn't have to wait and stuff. So just check that out. So one last thing, and this is new. And I'm sure you've seen it on a lot of the Facebook pages, the gaming tablet called Octopus.
I was looking at that.
Yeah, so it is not in Grand Rapids yet, but we do have a link here that Ben will share on Facebook and Jesper will share on YouTube, that if you sign up, you use our code GR Podcast, that kind of helps us out a little bit. So I am getting a tablet to test. I won't make any money on it, but I'm just going to test it out, see if passengers like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hopefully a lot of people sign up, and then they're like, oh, hey, Grand Rapids.
Yeah, it is based on advertisers, so, I mean, we got to...
If they have a lot of users signed up.
That's true. I mean, if people aren't buying ads in Grand Rapids, then it's useless to them. So
we still haven't even got cargo here.
No, we haven't.
And there's been a lot of people that signed up.
But don't be a Debbie Downer.
Just say
Shut
you're
up. We're not talking about
I'm
cargo.
being a realist, okay?
Okay, so let me just break down Octopus. So again, it's a gaming tablet. I have some highlights. Drivers get a free tablet with games for your passengers, along with a free data plan and auto updates. Oh, thanks for the auto updates. Like nothing else does that. Our current drivers, they have more than 5,000 report higher tips, better ratings, and better conversation with their passengers. Our drivers get cash rewards for driving activity and passenger gameplay. It says up to $100 per month. I asked her about that. You can earn more, but it's almost impossible to get more than that because it's like a point-based system. So every ride you take, you get a point. And every time they play a game, you get a point or something like that. So it's basically you get about an extra $100 a month, which isn't bad. So, and
It's extra income.
Yeah, and if it increases your tips because people are having fun, that'd be great. So drivers are paid using a point system. They receive 1 point for a ride and a half a point for every game played. So in one ride, if someone plays 10 games, you get 6 points. So at 250 points.
So hope you get a toddler.
Right. Somebody's got a nose whistle on this team. I think it's Jesper. At 250 points, you can get $25 through our InstaPay system. Most of our top drivers make between $75 and $100 a month, but there is no limit. But again, it averages about.
I mean, what's better than free, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they give you everything, and you do have to maintain. I think it's 100 rides per month. You're screwed. But
hey, this month I'm going to hit it.
Which is not that much. I mean, even at a part-time driver, I mean, if you drive 15 rides on Friday, 15 rides, so 30.
That's a lot.
What's 3 times 4? Yeah. No, it's not that much. Well, when you're sitting at the airport.
Well, I like my airport.
Okay, well, you're
stay away.
You're not getting a tablet, so. But anyways, yeah, check that out. I think Ben will post a link, and I'm sure we have a winner for. All right, our first winner is Nate Hendricks. Nate, you won a $25 gift card.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that. Yeah, you have to be on the live stream, and then you have to send us a message via Facebook Messenger is probably the easiest. So Nate.
We didn't have anybody on YouTube comment.
Really?
Nope, nobody.
Come on, Paula.
Jeez. That sucks. Cece's on. All right.
It's only 5 watchers on YouTube.
That's all right.
It's better than none.
Better than none. So yeah, go to Octopus, sign up. Obviously, if it's not in your area, you can't get it, but you get everything signed up, get everything ready to go as soon as it comes in your area. They're launching soon this year. It looks like 10 or 15 cities. So
Nice.
I did see Detroit on there. So I know a lot of people listen to the podcast in Detroit. So Orlando, some smaller markets. They just launched in Austin, which is a mid market like us, but
exactly like Grand Rapids.
but they're a huge tech community. So I'm guessing there was some advertising push down there to get that. I guess I didn't know Austin was that, but someone told me it's a big tech community down there. So, all right, okay. Let's see. Okay. So we have our first gift from GR Rideshare Adventures. Is brought to you by Jesper and Ben. That is on XSplit. And before you hit it, did you hit it already? Okay. Why don't you tell us this little story about that, and then we'll show it.
So I actually, I guess I talked a little bit about this ride a couple of weeks ago. I dropped a bunch of passengers off out in Grand Valley, and as the last girl leaves my car, she happens to fall something over the seat, and it is quite funny on the video because one moment her head is up next to me, and the other one moment it is like
Where?
down.
Oh.
As she's walking out the car, she's like this. Yeah, it's kind of funny. You should see it.
Is that your intro to it?
Sure.
All right. Go ahead, Ben. When you can play it. I mean, it's just going to keep playing. We can just keep it up there for like 15 seconds. Okay. All right. Let's.
Legs.
Yeah, it'd be you chuckle. I think that's the first time he saw it. You didn't get to see it, did you?
No.
Oh.
Or you can't. No, you have that set up.
You flip your computer around to show him.
Oh,
Yep, head over heels.
was she wearing pants or a dress?
Hey,
No,
whoa.
No, it looked like there
She's
was...
wearing pants.
Okay.
Sorry to disappoint you, but
No, not like that. It looked like how she moved. Maybe it was a lighting. I was like, whoa, was she in a dress? Like, you know.
Oh, that was funny. So that's our first gift. We'll share that around, but that was pretty funny.
So we need a good title for that one, guys.
Yeah. And she didn't even seem that drunk. I think she just
she
misstepped.
wasn't. She just fell.
Yeah, she just fell.
She wasn't drunk.
That's hilarious.
And then she dropped her phone in my car.
Jeez.
Is that the one where she dropped it and you had to return it?
Yeah. The next
Oh, you
day.
drop your phone too if your feet were up in the air like
Well,
that.
but the fun part was as she left, I was like, make sure you check and make sure you have everything. And she, oh yeah, I got it. And then she took off, and then it was still in my car.
Well, what you can't see on the gift because there's no audio, Jesper laughed at her really hard and said, "You're dumb." No, he didn't. He didn't. He was like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" Maybe we'll
Thanks,
share.
Jason.
Maybe we'll share the actual video of that. But all right, let's jump into rideshare in the news for a couple minutes before we give our next giveaway. Winter Beer Fest is this weekend. Obviously, people that listen to this audio, well, it'll be too late for you. But if you're on the live stream,
Sorry.
yeah, sorry about your luck. So, Winter Beer Fest, what is it? It's the biggest beer festival, I would say, probably in the Midwest.
Yeah.
I mean, they have
I would
breweries
definitely say so.
come over from all over the place.
Well, they're breweries. They're all Michigan-based breweries, and they have people from all over the U.S. that come.
Oh, they're all Michigan based?
They're all Michigan-based.
Oh, I
breweries.
thought they were like Midwest.
No, anywhere in
Okay.
the state of Michigan, upper UP, the lower.
But you'll get people from other breweries that come just for that reason.
Oh, like maybe from Wisconsin, they want
Yes.
to check
Right,
out.
they wanna
Oh,
check it
okay.
out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I had people from California last year I picked
Okay.
up, and yeah.
I
Okay.
heard earlier that last year there was 10,000 people there.
I
Last
wouldn't
year,
doubt it.
though, it didn't it get,
No, it got delayed one weekend, so there's probably less than 10,000.
Yeah,
Maybe they sold 10, but remember they canceled it because of the flood.
and then there was so many people that were mad because
So
they already
angry.
booked.
I mean, but what are you gonna do? I mean, they made the right call.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, how
yeah.
can you have a festival like that?
Well, I like that all the like breweries, they did a deal. Like if they brought
Yeah.
in their tickets, they still
Right.
they got
Knock some
discounts
money
off, beer. So
I'd be interested. I haven't seen the map of the layout, but I wonder if they're gonna move it further. So it was like right next to the river before.
in the first parking lot,
In the first parking
Yeah.
lot, but I wonder if they're like, oh, let's move it further back away just in case that happens again. I don't know.
I don't think there's room if they move it further back.
I
I
don't
think
know.
that's a smaller parking lot over there.
Really?
Yeah.
It might be.
What I like about it is that they actually seem to have their crap together when it comes to rideshare.
It's awesome.
In and out.
In and out. There's 2 lanes. People are. I mean, you don't feel pressured. You can pull off to the side and wait for somebody. But
And
then,
they even have cops directing traffic, too.
right. But there's a travel lane, so when you're ready to pull out, you're not waiting for 7 cars to go. You just pull out and go. So, one thing different this year, at least for people that are going, do have a shuttle running 24. Well, not 24 hours, but back to back during certain times. And then they do also have an Uber code. I don't have the code for you. You have to go to the hotel.
It's a $20.
It's a $20 Uber code. I mean, with that new flat surge, it should be no problem. Like,
Yeah.
they should be well under that. So, what are you laughing at?
Well, so Drew on Facebook have the name for the GIF. It's the emergency exit. I like that.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, yeah, I tell you, this is a good weekend. This is almost like New Year's Eve, I think.
Well, we'll see with the new surge.
Yeah, we will. I mean, I don't think we're going to see $100 trips anymore.
I mean, yeah, because last year I got super lucky and had 2,
Yeah.
$100+ trips.
It's
but-
gotten a little less each year because I think just as the market gets saturated, like my New Year's Eve wasn't as good as the
You
year
weren't
before.
even in our little Telegram chat last year during it.
Were you in our Telegram chat during the B93 birthday bash? How we hated life and we just left because it was just a flop.
horrible.
The pickup was horrible and the surge was non-existent. Do you
I
remember
was
that?
stuck
I
in
don't
the
think
parking
he
lot for
was.
45 minutes.
I know. We kept waiting for the surge to bill, and finally, I'm like, I'm going to the airport. I think I literally went to the airport, and I'm
I
like,
think I only had like 2 drop offs. I didn't have any pickups from there
okay, yeah. But
because it wasn't busy. I didn't stick around there.
do you remember? Oh, for the birthday bash?
Yeah.
Do you remember Beer Fest last year?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I'm looking forward to it. So what are the times? I should know that. I should have highlighted it. Oh, Friday, 5 to 9, 10 o'clock. I know what time it is now, Ben. Did you hear him just say 10 o'clock?
He's not even paying attention.
No, he's just giving random numbers. Friday, 5 to 9, Saturday, 1 to 6. I think there's some enthusiast hours on Saturday.
Yeah, didn't that start at like 10 or 11 a.m.?
Yeah, it was like an hour or
If I
two
remember
before.
correctly.
Yeah, I don't know if they have them on Friday, but
No,
no enthusiast hours on
it's
Friday.
the first. So
I'm not going to give my strategy, but
Yeah.
it'll
Nope.
be busy. So, all right.
So real quick before you move on, there was a question on Facebook. I'm going to answer that real quick. Tom Liston is asking, how does one get on your Telegram? So we do have a public Telegram group. There is a blog written about it.
I can get it out. Get it for him.
Yeah. So we'll post a link to it, but basically it's a public group for anybody, I guess, who listens to us or want to talk.
I mean, the majority is Grand Rapids based drivers.
but we do
they-
have national drivers as well. So,
Trying to find the link here.
and it's always great to welcome new people in there.
And it's very talkative.
You got the
too.
link? All right, Ben's got it.
It's
What's that?
very talkative in that.
Yeah,
group.
it is. There's people that I don't know where they're from. There's like 7 Johns on there. I'm like, I don't know which is who and who is which and whatever, but
and where they're from.
and where they're from. I know one John's from North Carolina and Larry's from Bowling Green.
Yep.
I don't think we have a John Doe yet, though.
A John Doe. Let's hope now we don't have a John Doe. Then we got bigger problems. All right, Ben shared that
Oh.
link.
Paula's on. Hey, Paula.
Oh yeah, Paula's on.
You got that smile on.
Only because
I was wondering why you were like smiling over there, and you're like,
you notice
oh.
he leaned
Yeah,
back?
he did. He
He
was
needed
like,
some room.
hey.
Oh, I shouldn't even have done this. Okay.
Oh yeah, we would have never known because you were watching YouTube. I'm
No,
watching
we
things.
would. He would have been like.
Yeah, and we'd ask him a question. He's like, "Huh?
Paula?
Deer in headlights?"
I think when he was talking to Paula the first time, it was a giveaway.
Yep.
When you
Was
guys
it?
reached 1,000 subscribers.
And I chatted with her a little bit, maybe a week ago. Uber, is it Dave the Uber slave was live streaming, and I happened to be on, so she was on too. So we chatted. She still wants to connect with us and do a Skype in.
Well,
so.
you know who to talk to, Jesper.
No, he's not the tech guy.
No,
he's just
I'm
our
not.
web guy. All right, it's 10:02. Let's see. Next question for the giveaway is: does Jesper love Paula? Is Jesper is Paula Jesper's internet girlfriend on YouTube sometimes?
He's giving you the
Are you-
devil.
I'm trying to work here. Where did I put those damn
How many
questions?
times have
Oh.
you used Uber or Lyft as a passenger? Is
Thank
that what
you.
you're going for?
Yeah, that's okay. That's the question. Put in the comments how many times have you used Uber or Lyft as a passenger?
0.
Really? Anyways, hold on. I'll get to that.
You can't win the car. What are you talking about?
Put that in the
I want
comments and the
$25 gift card.
next couple
I answered.
minutes. We will chat about that. Oh, she gave you hearts.
Moving right along.
You've never taken Uber or Lyft as a passenger?
Nope.
How can you be a driver then?
I mean,
I know. Come
I
on.
don't do it regularly, but I know how the app functions somewhat. Although when people ask me how do you cancel, I'm like,
That would involve actually going out and drinking, and I
yeah.
just
When's
don't
the
do that.
last time you and Nicole have like gone out?
No, Great Wolf Lodge.
Well,
Does that
that's with the
count?
kids. Like, I mean, away from
He
kids.
stays at home and drinks and plays Halo.
Halo.
Halo Reach.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
I'm
god.
like, what are you doing? Get to work. And he's like, I'm playing Halo.
I don't even know what that is. I'm double his age, so that might help.
All right,
Or
Dad.
might- yeah. Okay. Next one. Can you possibly put that up there? This next link with that had all those pictures on there, just for Gabe. And then I have a couple of pictures on XSplit.
If you're going to share, I can watch it too.
No, I got it.
It's all right. So this one is unusual Uber and taxi rides that end up being very memorable. So I post Ben will post a couple of them that I found, but they're just funny little stories about pictures of different people that their Uber driver.
Oh, wow.
One of them, let's see, one of them I shared was go down to that taxi one. I don't know why I didn't share this one. I didn't have enough time. Ben, can you scroll down? Keep going. That one's dumb. Keep going. Keep going. This guy, no one cares about him. Oh, this guy. Whoa, right there. This guy's on a calendar. I should have shared it with the, I don't know why. I should have put this one on XSplit. I don't know why I did, but yeah, this guy is on, like, he's on a New York City taxi driver calendar.
Wow.
Let's see. Oh, this one was kind of cute. This was a customer spotted. This one's on XSplit. A customer spotted this adorable note hanging from a cab driver's steering wheel. It says, "Dear Daddy, thank you for working so hard for us. I love you a lot. Love, Resi," or something like that. So that was cute. Halloween one. That's weird. Those guys are fat. I don't know this guy. That one's dumb. Oh, this one, best driver in Bangkok. Look, this says, I don't know what it says. Free something for, free rides for nuns, free rides for elderly people over 75, pregnant women over 5 months. But if you're under 5 months, you're paying. Handicapped people, blind people, people who has cancer, paralyzed people, and veterans. I thought that was interesting. Free snack and feel free to take a selfie with the accessories. The only one in Thailand.
Oh, that one's ridiculous.
The
one with all the snacks and candy.
Yes,
and cords.
I did post that one on XSplit. Yeah, that one is ridiculous. There's so, I mean, that's cargo on crack, really. How can that even be comfortable as a passenger? Some guy had an NES hooked up.
See, I'm thinking about doing that.
You've been thinking about that for 2 years, and you haven't done it yet.
I know.
It's not happening.
There is a driver in the Grand Rapids market that has a gaming system hooked
Yeah,
up.
I've heard that too.
Yeah, the ginger.
That was really loud in the mic. Sorry. I'm glad I didn't have a monster liquid in my mouth. This lady gives out peaches, so it's kind of funny. Did we get the links posted?
Yeah, so the
Well, Ben's doing Facebook. Jesper's doing YouTube. All right, that's just kind of a fun story. You know, it's fun to kind of laugh a little bit because sometimes it's like all the stories we have is like in Arizona, Uber and Lyft drivers are on crack. Or their passengers are.
murdering people.
All right, Ben, can you show this picture? This is the New York City rate one. I know it's a little small. So New York City, we talked about it last. I got your telegram, Ben. We talked about it last podcast about them going to the minimum wage. So the new rates is ridiculous with their new minimum wage and stuff. So a rider that normally would pay $66 will now pay $125.
Yeah.
For Juneau, that was Uber Lyft. For Juneau, $59 to $114, and then the yellow cab is the new rule doesn't apply to yellow cab, and they pay the yellow cab pays $68. So literally, what they're doing, it's going to push Uber and Lyft out. I know that's why they filed lawsuits.
Yeah.
Why would you take an Uber and Lyft for $125 when you can take a cab for $68? So it's the dumbest thing I ever heard. All these drivers are like, "Yay, we make minimum wage." Well, not if you don't have rides.
Right.
So I don't know.
And in New York, taxis are like a dime a dozen. So
Well, but it just exactly shows that the taxi union got what they wanted because now, you know, all the drivers wanted this minimum. But if you don't have the rides, I don't know. I'd be interested to see in a year if that's still going on. They both filed lawsuits. So,
Well, we have one quick question more from YouTube this time. Flowmaster would like to know what is our rating. So, what is your rating, Jason?
I am at 4.99 on Lyft and a 4.93 on Uber.
Okay, I'm a 4.92 on Uber.
What about Lyft?
Moving right
So
along.
mean, so mean.
oh, that's an answer.
Uber, I'm 4.92, and on Lyft, I'm 4.96.
On Lyft, I'm a 5.0 now. And on
Oh,
Uber,
you know what? You're done. Get out of here.
Pull
and
up
on
your
Uber, I'm a
dashboard.
4.96.
Oh, that's really good. That's really good.
And I'm almost. I think I'm at like 10,000 rides combined now.
Until Winter Beer Fest happens, then you're going to go down a couple points.
right.
So what about producer Ben?
492 on Uber.
478 on Lyft. Oh,
I hope not.
okay. 499.
No, 489.
Oh, okay. All right. Before we move on, we're going to jump into our next winner, and the next winner is Cece.
CC.
What you buying me, CC?
Oh, you know what? Drew made a good point. Our audio cuts out completely when we show those pictures. I never added the mics.
Oh, no.
It's my bad. Sorry.
No, it's false.
Thank you, Drew. Yep, CC, you won.
Sorry, Drew. I forgot to add the audio in each of those pictures, so my bad. So, anyways, did anyone hear any of me talking about the New York then? Was it the picture? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, CC message, Facebook message Ben and give him your email address. So, okay.
Good job, CC. Good job.
All right. Next up, so this is a story. I'm going to click on it, but we don't have a video for this one, and Jesper and Ben will post a link. So it's basically a ride-sharing bill that was going to add money to each ride-share passenger as a surcharge for DUIs, basically to what was it? I'm being an idiot. Would have been 20% extra on surge price. Holy crap!
Yeah.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Did you see the story?
I did read it, sort of. You can hear me struggling. I didn't know it was. Yeah, I didn't when I went 20%. I thought it was like $1.50. Like, damn, that's really high. What were they going to use it for? I know I did read it. I don't know. They were going to use it for like DUIs or something. I don't know.
DUI prevention.
Fun programs
yep.
to end drinking and driving.
Because they lost all that money from the DUIs.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So, but this was
In that article, did it state that taxis aren't having to pay that?
You know,
I think I saw that they didn't.
it's possible. Probably not. I mean, it's a rideshare bill. I mean, it's not considered rideshare if you're a taxi. But they stopped. They pulled it.
Oh, they already.
Yeah, the one that wrote it pulled it. He got so much hate or something. So, and that was just in Oklahoma. So, idiot. So what do we got next? Oh, this one's funny. Some of these in here aren't rideshare related. Well, kind of is. But NYPD asked Google to remove DUI checkpoints on Waze. I don't know if that's going to happen. So Waze is great. I don't know if you guys have ever. I mean, if
Waze is amazing.
it's amazing. Who?
Jesper.
Was it Jesper that hated on it so much but
Yep.
uses it now?
I don't.
Was that
use it.
you?
I don't like it.
But you jumped back on. You got on the bandwagon, didn't you? 50-50?
I don't.
I
use
used it once. I don't use it anymore.
I don't like
Dirty.
the cartoonish look of it.
No. See,
Yeah.
it just makes me feel like an 8-year-old boy. I can't.
Did you say idiot boy?
No, 8-year-old.
Oh, Danish
Mumble mouth.
mumble
I
mouth.
say I use Google because I do the satellite view, so I can see houses and driveways where I know where to go.
I think if you got used to that, I understand that would be beneficial. But when you go from according to him, the 8-year-old screen to the satellite, it really messes with you until you get used to it. So you do satellite the whole time, or do you like switch over to it when you?
I switch over to it. You can't do it on Lyft. You can do it on Uber though.
Oh,
And once you switch over to it, if you keep Maps open, Google Maps, it just stays on there.
oh, okay.
I actually think Uber's built-in now is pretty good. I just use that one.
Wow.
It's just so we do have 2 more questions real quick from YouTube. I know I'm kind of breaking it out.
No, that's fine.
But Flowmaster is again asking, and I honestly I don't know because I have not. But he's asking, should we opt in for the Uber's built-in insurance, the additional insurance that comes when you have a ride?
Oh, yeah,
That
I have
extra. But what does it do on top of what?
It's just disability insurance. It has nothing to do with the car.
Okay.
It's
So
just disability insurance.
and what does it do?
It gives if you get hurt, it gives
You
It
get
gives you a
hurt or-
certain amount per week.
Yeah, it's basically like disability you could get at your 40-hour week
Yeah.
job. If
Okay.
you
Or
got
if
hurt,
you die, it gives your family
Well,
money too.
yeah, it's some sort of insurance. It has nothing to do with the car or anything. It's just like a disability if you break your leg or
Okay,
whatever.
so for people who also don't know about the insurance, last podcast 2 weeks ago, we actually had Amy on.
Jamie.
Jamie. I don't know why I say Amy. Jamie on, who is a local driver in this market, Grand Rapids market, who got her car totaled while she was in period 2. So that was an interesting story. And we are going to be here in the next few weeks. We're going to be posting a blog item talking to a owner of a body shop who is dealing with the other side of a couple of having to deal with Uber, Lyft's insurance companies from that particular point of view. So it'll be interesting to kind of see what that kind of is on that one. So whether or not Flowmaster, whether or not you want to have that additional insurance,
yeah,
I guess
it's
up
what is
to-
it, like a penny more a ride or
No, it goes based on the
Mileage.
miles
Yep.
Oh, it's mileage.
on that ride. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I can look at my previous trip history and let you know how much.
So this guy, the disability insurance, he'll probably never use, spends money on that, but doesn't have the rider for his car insurance.
So he commits insurance fraud every day.
Every day.
But he does have that.
But he,
So
just in
that's
case
good.
he stubs his toe playing Halo, he can collect some disability.
I think though it's only while you're driving.
Is it only
Right.
while you're driving?
Yeah, it's only
But,
so.
but
if-
why wouldn't the car insurance cover that? Because if you get hurt in a car insurance, although they don't cover your wages,
They don't cover your wages.
true.
That's the
It's
big
lost
part.
wages,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, maybe you're right. Yeah.
Now Jamie's insurance, her rideshare insurance covered lost wages. So that was kind of
No, I think
Well, her
she's suing.
insurance
She's suing for that.
no. Her insurance company covered lost wages. She said that. Yeah, she was getting like 80% of what she was going
Jamie,
to make.
if you're on, let me know.
And then Paula is stating that she's also signed up for a new service that is called, what was that called?
Paula.
It's not Trip. I know.
No.
It's a different one.
But the interesting part of it was she's actually now fingerprinted to drive minors around in all prearranged trips.
Whoa.
So that's all the new service is. That's what that's doing.
Oh, so it's just minors?
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
it partly does hop, skip, drive. Uber, Paula is calling it. So I've never heard of it.
I remember reading an article
yeah,
on it
okay.
a while back, but never
And
heard
It's
anything
through
since.
Uber.
No.
No, so it's through Hop Skip Drive. Apparently, it's a service that's active in LA in her market, and supposedly one of the things that it's been out since 2016, but one of the things that they do is they have ability to drive minors. So that's kind of interesting. I think that's something we will be interesting to talk about in the near future. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know if I'd want to drive minors around.
I had one this morning where I got a lift. I got a text, and she was like, "You're going to be taking my kid," and I'm like, "Oh
Hold
no!"
on,
I'm
lady.
like, so I texted back real quick, voice to text because I was on my way almost there, and I was like, "We're not allowed to have anyone 18 years of age or 17 and under by themselves. They have to be accompanied by somebody who's 18." And she was like, "Oh, I can have them wake their older sister." And I was like, "Oh, I wasn't looking for that
Cancel.
response." And I was like, "Okay." She's like, "It might take a couple minutes because they have to get her up." And I go, "Okay." Best ride ever. 2 stops. We dropped one off at the elementary and then one off at the middle school. Brought the daughter back, dropped her off, and I got a tip out of it.
Right.
Nice.
Because
Out of York Creek, too.
Right. Oh, there you go.
That's Amy's favorite place.
Yeah, that's everyone's.
So that happened to you too, right? One time you said that.
Yeah, that was about a couple weeks ago. The
Yeah.
mom rode with the kid, and I was shocked.
Mm-hmm.
I had one this morning while I was driving. She looked younger, and I said, "I'm sorry, I can only take. I can't take minors." She goes, "I'm 19." I said, "Okay." She goes, "Do you want to see my ID?" I go, "No, I trust you." I mean, she went out of her way to tell me she was 19.
Right.
So I was like, I mean, I'm not gonna have them pull out their ID. I trusted them. I did my due diligence.
Right.
So,
But that's the tip for that thing is to go in and ask if there's an ability for somebody over 18 to join them on the ride.
well, yeah, because if you cancel right away, you're losing the revenue. I mean, you get the $5 or $3 whatever from.
But you're still going to be waiting 5 minutes to get that money.
True.
Correct.
But yeah, I mean, so you can tell some parents are willing to work with you, and some like yours in your case, but some are just like whatever. I mean, I had
I'll just order another
Was it this
one.
morning? I was at the hotel and she came out with a kid.
Yeah.
Was that this morning or yesterday morning?
Yesterday
I know
morning,
it
one
all
of 'em.
runs together. But yeah, 2-year-old kid, no booster seat. She's like, "Really? Am I gonna have to pay for this?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I drove off.
Or what's the other one?
It's
I'll just
still-
order another one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, that's on them. I don't care. I
But-
did what I was supposed to do.
but again, let's just use this moment to just kind of
To hug.
people drivers
To talk about
please,
Paula?
Please no, shut up. Okay, I'm trying to be serious here.
Okay, go ahead.
Drivers do not accept rides without car seats because you are truly part of the problem. I'm sorry, but you are. There's so many people who want to get in the car and apparently don't care enough about their children to just do it. And I read somebody who said, "Well, how do they get there? They got there by some other driver taking them there." Don't do it. It's just not worth it.
Do you think though it doesn't matter? You can talk till you're blue in the face. People are still going to do
I
it
say we've been talking about this for
forever.
But it's
Yeah.
just, I know, but
people are
you
gonna
got to try.
No,
'Cause
I agree. I appreciate you saying that.
because
You
I had
do have
that
to try.
I had that one that she wanted to ride and she had 4 kids
Right.
and like 2 of them were to my kneecaps and maybe the other 2 were like mid thigh tall and I was just
And
like
you're short, too.
shut up.
So you know they were like 6 months. I want to go back to Cece. She says she hates Waze. Can we redact that gift card win for
Yes.
her, please?
Yep.
And Jamie did say that her wages were covered at 85%. So you are right, Jesper.
Can I get that in writing? Can I?
No.
Well, you got it publicly that he just said you were right.
Right.
There you go.
It's
That's true.
recorded. Justin says he gets so happy when I see a car seat. I do too. I'm like, oh, damn, you're a good parent.
I thanked a girl the other
I
day.
would too.
Because I was like, thank you. And she goes, why do drivers keep thanking me? And I'm like, trust me, you don't know.
I just remembered a story. I don't know if it was the last 2 weeks. So I got an XL. I messaged them because I remember talking to the group about it.
Yeah.
And you're not going to believe what she did. So she said she had car seats, right? Okay. She gets in. She throws one of them in the back seat, the car seat. and just lets the kids climb back there. And then the booster seat, the kid didn't sit in. I took him. I mean, what am I going to do at that point? She has the car seats. If she's not going to install them, I mean, by the time I figured it out, we were rolling down the road. I said, "Y'all set?" I'm just like, of course, I had one starter and emailed Lyft, so I wouldn't get paired up with them again. But you literally texted me you had car seats, but you weren't going to put them in. I mean, do I care that you're just going to throw them in the back? I don't know. I probably shouldn't have took them. I know. See, I still do stuff.
We'll see if you get
got a
paired
bonus
up with
to
them
hit.
or got.
Yeah.
After Peter got,
yeah.
he got connected with that
if he
guy.
created
again.
it in different
He didn't. I think it was the same one.
It really?
Yeah, he called them and they told him it was a glitch. They were sorry.
Well, clearly you guys have all run into that guy. A lot of people.
I've never had problems with him.
Ben's run into him, but
Ben knows him well on a different level than Rideshare.
Yeah, right. But anyways,
So your story actually reminded me of a story that happened to me. This was New Year's last, so not obviously this New Year's Eve, but the one before. And it was just my 1:45, something like that. And I pull into a private residency and pick up a family of with 2 children, and they had car seats and everything. And they had trained their boy. He was probably 5. But he had his own booster seat in his hand. He climbed in the back, got the booster to sit down, said it all right, sat in and got the seatbelt on. It was had all like well trained for that, and it was like super nice. It was,
yeah, like you're supposed to do.
right,
Yeah.
exactly like what you're supposed to do. But it's like they just had it together, right? I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. Now that my kids are out of booster seats, it's the best thing ever because it is kind of a pain in the ass. But
It
You're
is.
telling me.
I mean, yeah, you got a while
I
yet.
had a lady that had those foldable ones you can get at Target.
Oh
Their
yeah,
booster seats.
yeah. They
'Cause
probably slip right into a bag or something, so it's easy to
they can
carry
fit
around.
in your pocket. That's how they advertise them.
Really?
In your back
How can
pocket.
that be secure? Like how can?
I asked her because she came out and I was like, "Do you have?" She's like, "Yeah, we have to go to my garage." I was at York Creek, so we go there and she like walks to the car with these things that are probably like, and I'm like,
What if we started as a group, started videotaping that interaction with a mom that doesn't have the car seat? Like maybe you turn the dash cam to the outside or something. Maybe the audio part we maybe not, we don't show the video, but the audio, and just start having conversations with these people. I mean, and say, why do you try to do this? I mean, don't you care for your kid? I mean, not to try to start a fight, but I'm just curious why you would.
why is it okay?
Why would it be okay?
you know what? I was reading a post somebody put about child seats, and there was a driver who said, "What does it matter?" And somebody said, "You know, obviously that parent doesn't care about their child." She's like, "Don't say that because some of them just can't afford it." Well, I was talking to another driver, and she was like, "There are tons of programs out there
For
that
free.
will help parents with like car seats and booster
Yep.
seats." And I was like, you know, even there's a special for people. You know, Walmart on Saturday they're doing Baby Savings Day,
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
everything's like discounted car seats, booster
Right.
seats.
Well,
So
and let's be, I mean, a booster seat is $15.
Yeah.
You know, at most, it's not the end of the world. That being said, though, at one point I rented a BMW and I was in Europe.
How's
on
Braden
travel.
camp?
Shut up. So I was in Europe and on travel, and it had a built-in booster seat. It was the coolest thing. It was like a little handle underneath the seat. It popped up. It was really cool.
nice.
So, anyways, yes. Bragging camp.
I'm 5 minutes behind on my giveaway. All right. So next question for the giveaway. Respond and YouTuber.
Did it again.
I did it again. YouTube or Facebook. Have you ever been pinged by a friend or coworker? Did they recognize you right away? I don't think.
Yeah, my funniest one was an ex-girlfriend's parents. That was extremely strange.
What about the time I had your ex-girlfriend in the back of my car?
Yeah, I think there was. I thought there was 2 of them.
Hold on. That's a different story and podcast.
That's a different show.
Yeah.
It was so funny because I picked up this.
Yeah,
one-
but how did you know that he?
Because I
so-
got the ride request, but I was like 25 minutes away.
and then I got it, and then he's like, "I'm sure that's my ex-girlfriend," and then it's like,
Was it?
They got in the car, and they go, "Yeah, Nick says hello." He goes, "What are you talking about?"
But was that the same parents from the girl that he picked up?
No.
Oh,
No.
There was a different
boy,
girl.
lots of girlfriends, huh?
It was high school. Come
Oh,
on now.
jeez.
So you're saying you got around in high school?
I sure did.
Oh.
Still does.
No, definitely not.
Uh-oh.
I was saying Nicole would.
You got a side piece?
I almost just said something.
Yeah.
I've had a couple friends that I've picked up
Have you?
through a ping, where I'm just like, hey.
Yeah. I don't think.
I mean, I had a guy I used to work with the other night from the airport, but no friends.
Yeah.
Well, you have to have friends to pick up friends.
I have. I picked up a couple of nurses that know my wife because there's 350 nurses on the floor, and she trains like new nurses, orientees, and she's like, I don't know the last one. I don't know how she made the connection. Oh, a lot of people ask what my wife does, and I tell them. They're like, "It's it's Megan, your wife." I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh my gosh!" Oh, it was pretty annoying, but just like that too.
You do it so well. Look,
I know.
do it
Gabe's
again?
looking at me like, "Shut the hell up, dude." Oh my goodness.
I've taken you a couple of times.
What's that? Oh yeah,
You and Megan.
yeah.
Did you get him the other night when he was crying to me about picking him up because he didn't walk 2 blocks?
It was cold. I had to park. I parked on, so it would be west of the Bob, that ramp right next to the Bob across the street, that ramp. And I had to walk to Luna. You know where Luna is on Ionia?
Well, yeah, of course I know. That's nothing.
It was cold.
Oh my god!
I didn't have a
such
coat on. I was like those
ramp.
girls that wear skirts. And
He was on the. I can replay it.
Luna's nice though. I think
Oh,
it's good.
you told me about
I
Luna.
know.
We've been there twice. It's amazing. So
You're making me look bad. You know that, right?
why?
Because you apparently go out with your wife a lot. What's up with
Well,
that?
hey, I love her.
What do you? What's your
Hey,
point? What's your
saying.
point?
Just saying. I saw your message, Ben.
You pick.
Is that all we had on? Like, I
4 responses.
4 responses. Mute the mics. So the winner tonight is for the next. Is this the third one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Larry. Larry, you won again, you son of a bitch. I think you need to upgrade your Patreon account
Yeah.
to $10 a month.
Be nice.
We have
Be
what?
nice.
We have Nate, Cece, and Larry now.
Yeah. But Larry won last time we did a giveaway.
Nice.
This is rigged. No.
Yeah, right. Let's see. So Larry, you won. What does Cece says? Seriously?
I don't know if she's talking to Justin or
Oh,
Drew
probably.
or Larry or.
Who knows? All right. Let's see. Do we have anyone new on tonight? Is Drew new? I feel like he's been on before. There was some woman earlier, but she kind of, I don't know if she dropped out or not. I don't know.
We
if
have a
Who?
Serena Rosenfeld. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either. Where's freaking Elsie? Did you reach out to her and tell her we were going to talk about her?
Yeah, I did.
She's probably working. Okay, let's get back into the news. I don't know what the hell we were talking about.
Lucky Larry.
Oh.
I like that.
Oh yeah, so basically, yeah. Let's go back to the NYPD. They basically said it's criminal conduct what Waze is doing, and that posting of such information for public consumption is irresponsible since it only serves to aid in impaired, intoxicated drivers who invade checkpoints, encourage reckless driving. Revealing the location of checkpoints puts those drivers, their passengers, and the general public at risk. I think they just were pissed off about the red light cameras because those are on there too. We don't have those in Grand Rapids, but.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood, yeah. I think it's funny. I'd like to see the follow up. I hope Waze tells them to F off. So that's just my opinion. It just got real quiet. Did I offend somebody?
Always.
All right, we're going to talk about what the hell did I just do? We're going to talk about the new surge. Ben,
Carrie Ann Wood is from New Hampshire. She says hi.
We got a new.
oh, New Hampshire, awesome. So that Twitter link, can you post that so people can follow along? Ben. Okay. So this guy's name is it's Erica Betts? I thought it was Eric Betts. It's a girl?
So
Gosh.
Restart.
Ooh, I followed her too. My bad, Erica. My bad. I read it as Eric. I don't know why. So she has some pretty good tips, and I'm just going to go over them real quick about this penny surge. I'm not saying she's the expert. She doesn't have a ton of God, I am struggling tonight. Followers. Oh, I got to tell my Amazon Flex story. I haven't done that yet.
I didn't forget. Don't worry.
All right. Her little her Twitter little profile says part-time Uber driver, not your bitch. Talking shit on the internet and roasting riders. That's what it says.
Oh, I should subscribe to that.
I don't know if she does videos or just tweets on it, but okay. Number one, your most profitable trips will be short ones. Pretty obvious.
Yep.
The long surge rides are gone. I have seen some people post some adjustments,
Yep.
but I mean they're not like $30 adjustments. They're like $10.
Yeah.
I mean it's better than nothing. So he says basically just give up on. She says give up on the long trips. Number two, long trips do not multiply. Do not listen to the grapevine on this one. The only time Uber will ever increase your surge on a long trip is if your default earnings are too low. At this point, Uber will simply adjust your earnings to reflect roughly 50% of the fare.
It does. I've been looking at the long ones where they do the adjustment. It's about 50%.
Is it? Okay.
From what the rider pays to what you make.
Okay.
The last one I had out to GVSU was actually more. It was more like 65.
Yeah.
So,
With the flat surge?
yeah.
Okay.
They added the addition they added to it. Yeah.
But let's add this disclaimer where it says stay away from long rides. You don't know if you're going to get a long ride. So how can you stay away from something you don't know?
Well, they're basically saying,
She's-
anyone is saying that you just can't just cancel them. I mean, which would be stupid. I mean, you want a long ride anyways. I mean, within reason.
But I mean, I still end up making almost $40 on the ride out to Grand Alley. So I don't know why I would not do it. It was an XL.
That should have been $100 ride.
No, because it was only a 1.9 surge. What
Oh,
it was,
okay.
it was a 350 minimum. As a new flat surge last weekend. So I really don't think it was that bad. It wasn't 40, it was 35, something like that. But I don't think it was that bad
No,
Well-
because you probably would make about 40 on the regular.
on an XL.
Yeah.
Well, no, on a non-surge XL is 30 from downtown to GVSU.
Gotcha.
She uses an example as if you take a 10x, I don't know, 10x, is it $10 X trip and the rider is paying $200. I think she means 10 times. But anyways, the rider is paying $200. Uber is likely to adjust your surge and overall earnings to about $100. So
I guess we'll see for the Michigan Beer Fest because there's people that go to like Cadillac or,
you got a Cadillac ride?
No, somebody I knew did.
Number 3, Uber will punish you for collecting a surge. Uber promises the guarantee that the highest surge you drive through will be applied to your next trip no matter what, even if the surge goes away. That sounds good in theory, but don't be quick to think that Uber will just send you free surge trips without sending those requests to every other possible driver who doesn't have a reserved surge first. So basically, she's saying that you're probably not going to get that, and some other driver is going to get that ride without the surge. You know what I mean? They're going to try to send it to somebody else before they send it to you that has the extra $5 or whatever because you drove through it. That's what she's saying. I mean, it's tough to prove.
On busy nights, though, you're back to back.
Right.
I mean,
hey, I'm just going with what she said. I'm not saying she's right or wrong. But
I think it sounds plausible what she's saying, absolutely. But if you're back to back,
right. That being said, don't even think about chasing a surge, even if it's nearby, without confirming that it's a live surge in the rider app.
You know what? I've gotten this past week. I've gotten surge the $3, $3.50, and there's no surge on the map.
And you've gotten it?
Yeah.
but
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
I've had that happen to me.
And I'm like, what?
My app almost doesn't show the search at all.
And I'm like, what? And I'll close out, because I have my tablet and then I have my phone. So I'll close out of the one just so I can pull the map up to see. And there's no surge in that area. Or in the area that I'm in. So
That's weird. What else does she say? If you don't already start checking the rider app proactively, you will start seeing the rider app start surging long before Uber alerts the drivers of the heat map. Which probably makes sense because it takes there's some Gabe's got skeptical eyes on. He's like,
I don't know. I don't know Erica, but I don't trust her.
I'm just reading it. All right. Hey, Ben sent the link, so don't look at
Like the producer who can't talk.
Right. So that's basically what she says. What else? Just some couple of things. It's hard to read this. It's all like tweets, and you only can do a certain amount. So there's like 7 or 8 different tweets. So it was kind of hard to read. But So let's break down. Let's just talk about the penny surge. I mean, everyone lost their S when we were talking about it. But what do you, now that you've had time to kind of not so much test it out, but think about it a little more? Do you think it's?
You know what? I was angry because I was like, man, this is why I drive during the times I do.
Yeah, late night.
Right. But I think if you are a part-time driver and you only drive during the busy times when it is surging, it will affect you more than if you are a full-time driver and you spread out your time, because instead of having those waves like we do, it's kind of like this.
Steady.
It's steady. And I think maybe the other day I looked, I made like 1 hour and 45 minutes I was on, and I had like almost $60. So, and I was during the day. It wasn't like late morning when it was kind of
That's pretty
down.
good, because typically that's really slow.
Right. So I think overall it averages out. If you're one of those part-time drivers who just drive during the bar crowd and that's why you were driving to get the extra cash, you're going to feel the impact because you're not going to be able to go on, take 2 rides and make $60.
But I mean, so last Friday when I drove, if I make $140 on a Friday night, it's a good night.
Right.
I made $140. This is like $135, but I only drove from 10:30 till 2. It's like, you can't complain about that. Yeah. And that was during the penny surge, and so it evens out. I think
it evens out.
I just think the selective days are over.
Yeah, I think Nick's right. I think those big, like New Year's Eve, like we got Irish on Ionia coming up. I think those big.
Oh, I'm not sure I want to drive that. That's such a.
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see after St. Patrick's Day because we all know, because we talked about it, how good of a day we had. I think Cece was like, on this day I made this much.
Yeah. So
it's going to be interesting to see how much you actually make now with the new one.
Do we know if they're going to bring in more cell towers this year? Because last year, I mean, when you get 10,000 people there's like no cell signal left.
Yeah, I didn't work
on Ionia.
Yeah, I didn't work it the last couple of years, but
it has been nothing but a problem actually getting the app to work.
That's funny because with Sprint, I had no issues last year.
I didn't have any issues.
Oh,
it was Sprint. I mean, come on,
horrible.
It's probably because you had like an Android phone or something.
But you know what?
No, lots of people had issues.
You know what, though? I think it's going to be good, though, because everyone's going to be downtown. It's going to be a lot of short rides.
Well, yeah,
until the end of the night.
That's true.
So,
well, never mind. Won't even talk about it. I don't want people to take my strategy.
Oh, no, don't talk strategy. But no, that makes sense. I mean, what I wanted to bring up about the new surge is everyone was freaking out about, the surge is gone. The surge has been gone for a year. Like, when's the last time have seen like amazing surges?
I mean, go back to New Year's Eve. It was a bus this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2017-18 New Year's Eve. That was the last time where I made a killing. I mean, but that was the night I saw 7 times surges all night long.
Yeah. When's the last time you saw a 7-time surge? I mean, it's been on probably New Year's Eve.
Right. Well, because we've had all those caps on it.
Yeah. I mean, that was weird. It seemed to coincide with the state of emergency, but I wonder if Uber just did that anyways, because it was coming down the pipe.
You know what? I was looking at it. You know how some people have posted their little maps with their surge and they have like $10, $12, $3. The highest I've seen is like, what, $3.75?
Yeah.
And Grand Rapids is the highest you've seen, right?
Yeah.
$3.75.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, and those were nights where it was super busy downtown. So you're like, why are we only getting $3.75? Are we capped at that?
I don't think so.
Or is that just as high as
we'll find out this weekend.
Yeah. I mean...
So, Flowmaster has a comment again. So, Flowmaster, what market are you in? Because you say even concert searches are gone, and you're right. Concert searches in GR usually concert.
Okay.
Yeah, they usually last very, very short.
Well, except with country. For some reason, country people don't drink and drive.
Yeah. Country music concert nights are like the busiest nights.
They are for music. Rock concerts.
One time we had that one ride.
What, Chris Stapleton?
Yeah.
Go to YouTube. You can watch it.
That night was amazing because they had Chris Stapleton and then they had Regina Spektor sold out at 20 Monroe.
Okay.
And so you literally... I think at 4 a.m., 4:30, I was like, I'm done. I can't do it
I
anymore.
can't do it
And it was
anymore.
still surging.
Right.
So,
Yeah, the biggest country concert for me, and where I had a 10.0, that was the biggest I ever had, was the Faith Hill.
Tim McGraw.
No. It was whoever was here for 4
Garth?
days. It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Was that Garth Brooks?
Garth-
I think it was Garth and Trisha Yearwood. They were here for.
I thought 2 or 3.
Either
Was
way.
it?
but-
Either way, one of those superstars were here, and it was an amazing weekend. And I got a 10.0 from downtown to Duncan Lake area, which is like into the next county. And that was the night I got my first puker too. Before that ride, so I got $150. I cleaned it up. It kind of smelled, and I went back downtown, and I got a 10.0.
Wow.
I know.
How much was that, Ryan?
It was like $250, something like that. It was crazy. It was so awesome. I'd never see that again. So, let's see. CC says she'd rather drive for Lyft to get my bonus. Amen. The penny surge is why Jamie doesn't do Uber X anymore. That's interesting. I mean, she only drives on the weekends. But I mean, I think it was either Ben or somebody had XL on. Last weekend it was okay, but maybe the weekend before, and it was just like nothing. Like, I'm switching back both on.
I mean,
it was,
yeah, I try. I mean, I would rather drive than sit still any time of the week.
Right.
So I sometimes put my XL filter on and see how it goes.
right.
But
I mean, you try, and then
you can sense it fairly quickly if it's gonna work out. I think.
Yeah. Well, and they were doing something weird too, because that's when I had that Uber X, and her ride was 18. I ended up getting them on Lyft, but on a regular Uber it was like 18, but on a Uber XL it was 10. So it was cheaper for them to get an Uber XL than it was for them to get the Uber X.
that's bizarre.
Didn't they say there was different surges for the different?
I think it's always been that way. Because there'd be like, it'd be.
I don't think there is.
I don't think there
Because
is.
remember when we used to
I've been
run
switching
both,
back and
and we'd
forth,
be
and
like
it seems
one.
to be the same.
When we were being secret about it, not telling anybody. Back when we were rude, we were running XL only, and
Well,
Wait,
XL
so
and
you're not
Select.
rude anymore.
well,
XL
gonna
and
say, what's
Select
changed?
only.
yeah, you guys want to have a conversation somewhere else? Yeah, but I remember us sitting there, and like we were either not getting surge or getting a surge, and then someone else on that X would
Be
have
like,
the
why
option.
aren't you guys getting ride requests? I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, all right. I mean, I'm not too upset about the penny surge, so it is
see.
what it is. And it's coming for Lyft, too. It's already in Detroit, so they have the little heat maps or the little boxes. If any rides in this box, you get an extra $3. But speaking of that, I got the snow bonus this morning from 7 to 9 with no snow.
I know. I was like, what? There's no snow.
I had like six or 7 rides in that 2 hours, so extra $3 per ride. It was nice.
Adds up quick.
All right, we're going to go to... All right, this one is the car wash lady. So this has nothing to do with rideshare driving. So,
Car wash. We get car washes.
well, I mean, yeah, but it's not an actual car driver. So,
Yeah, you know.
yeah,
So what about the audio? Are we gonna have to switch something?
Ben will take care of that. So XSplit apparently only played half the video, so we'll post that link. Basically, if you missed it, it was a...
Which they did because we had to kill it.
Well, they saw half of it, so they know the premise of it. Ben will post the link.
Flowmaster want to fire the producer.
Hey, Ben, can you turn that big fade down a little bit? It seems a little hot there. Thank you. Yeah, so she drove into the car wash, and she wanted more time drying her car.
Airtime.
Get it? Airtime. And we're getting audio from the TV, Ben. I don't know. Yeah, we're hearing it through the TV. I'll just kill the power. I'll just kill the sound there. Sorry. Yep, fire Ben. No, I'm just kidding. So she drove in and she wanted to get more airtime. What was your joke again?
Airtime.
Oh, okay. And she wanted to drive more, so she pulled back and the door went down. And she says, "Oh, I can't get out." She called 911 and was like, "Oh, I can't get out." all she had to do was drive forward, and the door would have just opened. And there was an emergency button, but she didn't want to get out because she was worried the car wash was going to hit
And
her.
the door, literally, you just pull up on it and it goes up.
Yeah, it's just a flexible door. You could drive through it. So she's dumb.
It reminds me when I was a claims adjuster for farmers.
Oh, I bet you've heard some stories.
Oh man, there was I had a friend behind me. They took this call. This guy called in, and he was laughing, and he kind of stopped, and he was like, "Yeah, my wife went through one of those car washes, and then she realized that the stroller thing was attached to the back, and usually we take it off. So she opened the door while in the automatic car wash.
Oh no!"
And he starts cracking up, and he goes, how the door went, it got stuck, and so it bent it forward.
Ooh.
And so she's like, "Oh no, is your wife okay?" And he's like laughing, and she's crying in the background. He's like, "Oh yeah, she's fine. She's just a little washed. It's okay." Like he said, it was whipping her around, and he was cracking up the entire time.
I mean,
but it's like, why would you get out of an automatic? You have stuff moving around.
I know. Well, if you ever are bored, go to YouTube and look at car wash videos. And there's tons of videos because as I was looking for the direct link for that one, I was seeing some other ones, and I'm like, how did that even happen? What are you doing? Get inside your car. Yeah. My son was deathly afraid of car washes for a long time. Just because
I have a friend who doesn't like them.
I mean, they're pretty violent, and there's somebody in this group that goes through car washes. I think it was you last time, and leaving a message with a car wash. I'm like, I cannot hear what you're saying. Like, yeah, exactly. So, all right, we're gonna do our last giveaway. The question is,
Larry, you can't win.
Have you ever had to turn a minor away because they're not old enough to ride as a passenger? Well, everyone's going to answer yes for that.
Yes, I have.
Here's my question about our live stream. Where's all our fans in that live stream chat? I was just thinking about the 19 Johns we have in there.
Yeah.
Like, we never posted the link in there, but...
I thought you said it was 7.
Oh, 7?
Damn, you just keep adding.
I know. Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm an exaggerator. You know, the fish gets bigger.
I think that snow got to you today.
Oh, yeah. All right. Let's throw, Ben, why don't you throw the lift chase. Don't put it on our screen. So that's crazy. Can you imagine being in an Uber and the guy runs from the cops? I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
He was showing off, and then he got they clocked him at like 110, and then he took off. I mean, I wonder what the story is with him if he had like a warrant or something.
There had to have been something.
Because why would you just not pull over and just take the ticket? I mean, did you really think you were going to outrun him? I mean,
he had a Charger, though. You know.
I don't know, but what an idiot. So let's. All right. Did you get the last one, or are we still working on it?
I have 2 responses, so it's going to be one of the 2.
Well, let's just give it a little bit longer.
Why don't you tell your story about what happened to you today?
Oh yeah, we can do that. And the Flowmaster's has he got into any of the?
I put him in.
Oh, okay. He says, savage Lyft driver, all his Lyft earnings down the drain. Yeah, and not just what he made that night, but for the next 6 to 8 months while he's sitting in the prison, sitting in a jail cell.
Does Lyft not beep at you like Uber? Like if you got 80, it would beep at you.
Yes, that was a big lip sync. Sorry. Uber does, even if you have the settings off, right?
But he was asking if Lyft
does.
did.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never gone 80 with a Lyft passenger. I have with an Uber once.
Once.
When I was going to Traverse City and that guy was sound asleep and it was like 1:30 in the morning.
And you were like falling asleep.
Yeah, I was hauling. Like I pushed it to 80. A couple of times he's like, "What's that beeping?" Shh. Go back to sleep.
Elsie just joined us.
Ah, well, that's actually perfect timing.
I know.
We can talk about it. So I'm going to tell you my quick story. So I am a gig economist right now. So I drive for Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Postmates, Grubhub,
Instacart.
Screw Uber Eats. No, I'm done with Instacart and Shipped right now. But I have done Instacart and Shipped. And then Amazon Flex. And so today, I'm like, what did I talk about? This Cece will love this. I was being so bougie. Like anytime there's any ice or snow, I'm like, I'm gonna go park my truck. And so Gabe was giving me a hard
I
time.
was like, don't be an ice princess.
Right. Yeah, that's gonna be my new nickname because I was like, it's gonna snow. I'm not taking a flex shift. Well, for some reason, I got a wild hair and I took one, so it's fine. I mean, the weather never even iced over. Nope. It was fine. So I'm going through my day and just and I got to turn right on the street and it says road closed. And I'm like, whatever. In the city, you're like, it's fine. You got to be able to get a fire truck down there. So I'm like, oh, okay. It looks a little drifty. I'm like, okay, I'm going. I'm like, oh, that was a little deep. And I'm about 0.3 of a mile in. I'm like, oh, stuck. And I had like 16 packages. I thought I had stops, but I realized it was packages. But so I'm like, okay. Within 2 minutes, I called roadside because I knew I wasn't going to get out. So they're starting to wreck or whatever. Some old cooter comes down in his pickup truck. I mean, this is country living, right? I'm in the boonies, right?
Did you call him a cooter?
Yeah, old cooter. Like, well, there's definitely some different definitions for that, but I would say old cooter. Like, I'm just gonna leave that one alone. I know. I didn't even get it, and he's like, "Did you just say cooter?" So he comes back. I keep toe straps in my just for that occasion, not just for getting stuck, but if I have to pull somebody out, I mean, whatever. And so yeah, I hooked it up, and he couldn't pull me out, even with his 4-wheel drive truck. It was just too much. So he unhitched and he drove off. So I'm waiting for the wrecker. Wrecker comes. It's a flatbed. I'm like, okay. So I wouldn't think they would have sent a flatbed to winch somebody out. I mean, that's usually when you're towing, like it's an accident. He's like, I don't have a very long line or whatever. And I'm like, okay. And so he backs up. He gets stuck. So he puts his he gets himself out, and he's like, sorry. So he drives away. Well, he says there's a towing company in Holland that has a 4x4. It's called a hook truck, where it's the regular, regular tow truck. Okay, cool. It's called Reliable Towing or whatever. So I call this guy, and he's like, yeah, I can come out with a skid steer, which I think is like some sort of like Bobcat to pull me out, but it's $250 an hour. He's like, I'm going to say it's going to take me 2 hours by the time I load, and it starts from the time I leave the shop and by the time I get back. So $500. I mean, you know the story. Yep. And so I says, okay, let me call my insurance company. So I call Farmers back. I'm like, you need to get Reliable Towing out of Holland. They're like, okay, we'll take care of it. All of a sudden I get a text. Oh, your driver's en route. It's 90 minutes. Well, meanwhile, I've been sitting there for 2.5 hours. 90 minutes. So I'm thinking, okay, he's just busy. Come to find out, it was Reliable Towing in Muskegon. Oh, no. Yeah. So he calls me 10 minutes out, and I was like, are you coming with, like, a skid steer? He's like, a what? I'm like, this is Reliable Towing. He's like, yeah, out of Muskegon. Well, he came with a hook truck, and he did eventually get me out. He had 4-wheel drive in it, and he winched me up, and he had enough rope, and slowly but surely pulled me out. So
what did we learn today?
Insurance company paid all of it?
What?
The insurance paid all of it?
Yeah, so interesting. Here's a little, I didn't know this about roadside assistance. So they use this software, right? And it's called Honk, the guy told me. And so what it does is it sends out a ping to everybody, and they ask the driver to put in a bid. So you basically bid what you want on it, right? And then you find out if you get it. You wait. So he said his boss got it, and he's like, freaking Holland? I'm not driving to freaking Holland. He's like, put a bid in. So they put a ridiculous amount of money in. They won it. He's like, they already ran the credit card. Like, even if I can't get you out, I'm getting paid. And I was like, because I was wondering why he would drive from Muskegon for this job. I'm like, there's plenty of other companies. Like, my boss put a ridiculous amount of number, and I think what it was is Farmers was like, all right, this is the second tow guy. This guy's been sitting here for 3.5 hours. Mm-hmm. Don't care how much it costs. I bet you it was $300 or $400 tow.
I would say probably more than that.
Yeah. So what have we learned? So when you see a road closed sign, especially in the country in the winter, do not drive down it. I mean, Gabe almost got stuck.
Yeah, but
he
I
was
didn't have
smart.
a road closed.
No, you would have had an excuse.
Like I was on the email. I'm like, hey, I'm turning onto your street right now. I'll be there in a second. And then he was like, wait, you can get down my street. And I'm like, yeah, it's a little dicey, when you turn on it. And he's like, and he goes, you should stop now. And I like slammed on my brakes, and I was like, oh. And then I'm driving into a 4-foot drift, and he's like, nobody can get out of their house. Like. I go, oh, is there another way I can get out? And he goes, no, the other way is bad. It's probably the best way you came in. And I'm just sitting there like, I start to back up, I slide, and I'm like, oh no, go forward. And then I slide, and then I go forward. And then it took me 3 attempts to back up my tracks.
And that is hard when it's all white.
Yeah.
You're just kind of like,
I literally rolled down my window. I'm like in a blizzard with my head trying to watch my tires. And I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out at the end. Because, the plows, they push there, but then they hadn't plowed for 3 days.
Yeah.
And then so there's drifts. And so I'm like, all right. I'm like, there's no one behind me. It's not like anybody's coming out in the country. So I floored it.
Yeah, you almost have to do that. Well, it's weird in the...
Bless you.
It's weird in the daytime with drifts because you can't see how deep with when I was in it, I was like, oh, I'm screwed. Like there's no getting out. Like my truck's like, hello.
What's funny though is it's not funny, but I have you like messaging me that you got stuck, and then I had Pelka message me she got stuck
today.
Yeah.
Where? In a drift? Must have been a drift.
Kind of. It was thick snow and ice.
Because there wasn't any. We didn't get any. We haven't got any snow in a while.
Right. And she was out in she was in Sand Lake.
Oh no.
So it was the 2 country areas.
I would turn that down so quick if I got to
Sand Lake.
Yeah.
Well, it's
in this weather.
It's no. Holland was the same way where we were. You didn't have any drifted over roads.
No, I was good.
I was in the city of Holland. I didn't have anything.
Well, Alex is convinced that you need either a better vehicle or a better driver.
Alex can F off.
So Flowmaster actually has a crazy story that I need to share because this is crazy.
Hold on. Before you continue, Alex is kind of one of the starters of GI Rideshare Adventures. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah, Alex Dunn. Yep.
I did not know
I just wanted to let everyone know, like, he was kind of the beginning.
One of the OG?
Yeah.
Kind of the OG, yeah. And then some things happened and whatever, but he's a cool dude. So anyways, all right, Flowmaster. I know.
Cool he's watching.
Yeah, Flowmaster story, go.
So he dropped off, let's see here, he dropped off his Hispanic chick and she burned her boyfriend's mobile home. And then he took her back to her home because the boyfriend she was cheating on her. So he
all right, let's say that again.
So he had a Hispanic girl in his car, and he dropped her off at a mobile home, which was the ex-boyfriend, which she then put on fire. And then she took...
She put the mobile home on fire?
Yep. Yeah.
While he was there?
Probably not. And then he took her back to her home because the boyfriend was...
To her house, they see fire truck.
What the hell? Oh, my gosh. That's crazy.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Jamie Martinez. He just joined in. You guys remember Jamie, right?
Yeah, from a long time ago.
doesn't. You guys don't. Roger Jackson's, he got stuck in a pool in Florida today. Roger, shut your mouth. Roger drives out of Kalamazoo, I think. Cece says she got stuck today in Holland. Took her 5 minutes to get out. Oh, wham. I had 11:30 to 3 shift. I got home at 7 p.m., so... I had a 7.5 hour. Oh, I forgot to submit my overages.
Yeah.
Can I do that anytime?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, he goes, bring me some food. I was like, I'm at the grocery store. He's like, bring me some food. I'm like, yeah, what am I going to have put on parka and snow pants and walk 0.5 of a mile like to bring you food?
And what's funny is I don't know why I said ravioli. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't eaten ravioli since a kid. That's the first thing that popped in my head. I'm like, bring me some ravioli. I don't know why. You probably weren't even shopping for ravioli.
No.
Cece says she can read. The sign, the road closed sign. Shut up, Cece. Sucker. All right, revoke it. Revoke her card. All right, well, the last winner is Elsie. All right, if Elsie is still on, please message Ben via Facebook Messenger. Message GRI. Don't message Ben. He won't talk to you. All right, so we're gonna just jump into the tip. The rest of them are kind of The rest of some guy found some fentanyl. Although we can go on that one real quick. It's kind of interesting. So he picks up stupid link. In California, it says the man told the driver he didn't need a ride but wanted to deliver a box to the woman that he requested the ride. Officials said the driver was hesitant to fill the request, but since the man knew the name of the person who requested the ride, he agreed to do it. I probably would have too. I mean, I've never done one of those, but I feel like once a week in Grand Rapids, someone posts something that says, "Oh, this is my passenger day." It's like a box.
Sleeping bag.
I took a sleeping bag and shoes to a kid at camp.
Right. So I don't think it's super. I mean, I'm surprised I haven't gotten it, but anyways, the Uber driver put the sneaker box on the floor near the passenger seat and headed to the location. Suddenly, as he was crossing the Golden Gate Bridge, the woman canceled the ride, leaving the driver with a mysterious shoebox. So then what do you do? You're like, So officials say minutes later, the driver spotted a sheriff's deputy and asked for help to examine the box. The deputies found a pair of Nike sneakers inside with suspected fentanyl in the right shoe. So authorities took the sneakers into evidence since the driver wanted nothing to do with the shoes or drugs and joked they'll be waiting for the owner to claim them. So, I mean, idiot. I don't know what I would do. I don't know if I would immediately open that sucker.
Oh, yeah.
I would have. Yeah, why did he go to the police right away? I bet he suspected it was something shady because wouldn't you just pop it open and be like, oh, that's
maybe
cool.
it was his and he got freaked out because he saw a police officer.
Yeah, you know what? Could be all made up. Who knows? I mean, it could. He could be a little B. All right. Elsie, is she on?
Yep.
She is. We got it.
Okay.
Tip time?
Yeah, go ahead, Ben. Nick.
I don't have
whoever has a microphone. Jesper.
It's
Jesper's, go for it.
So the tip time is sponsored by Van True Cameras, and we'll be posting a link. And Jason asked me earlier today, what is the tip? And I think the first thing I come up with is just, I think it's particularly for part-time drivers because, full-time drivers, they drive no matter what. But just check your attitude. So before you go out, if you guys are not up for it, just stay in. Because if your attitude is not good, and you're going to be able to see it on your rating the next day. Riders can sense if you're not in a good mood and if you're not feeling it. It's just not worth it. So that was my tip.
Yeah, I think to elaborate on that, I've had times around midnight where I'm just like, you know what? These people are pissing me off. Like I'm going home. I'm gonna snap on somebody.
Or we're planning on driving and then we decide not to because we're just not friggin' happy.
Yeah, I mean that usually means I'm sleeping on the couch. But no, yeah, you just. It doesn't mean you have to be in the greatest mood, but I mean if you're
just don't be a dick.
Yeah, exactly. If you're feeling like you're gonna snap off, don't go out because it's not gonna. Especially, I mean, during the day is probably fine, right? Because you don't get the drunks. Everyone's pretty quiet during the day. I mean, airport rides typically aren't, but I don't know about you in the early mornings when you're taking people to work. They don't want to talk. They're tired.
Some don't. Yeah.
Very rarely I get a talker.
I hate when people talk a lot in the morning.
Oh, see, I don't mind it. I'm a talker. I love the mornings. I'm a morning person, so I'm ready to rock and roll. So, but I have to remember that I've been up since 4:30. They may have gotten up at 6. So, and it's 6:30, and they're getting in a car. So they've been up for half hour.
How many monsters have you had?
I've usually had a cup of coffee and a monster by 6:30. So, I know it's terrible. All right, we're going to jump into questions, and Elsie's on, and so I'm going to read this, but I want some clarification. So I just got home, wanted to tell the guy that picked up at J-Dub. So is she saying she got picked up, or she's talking about a passenger that
another passenger, so she was a witness to this.
Okay. That picked up at J-Dub Marriott at 6:30 this morning in a white Ford Focus and took his Pax to Mesquite, and really shouldn't be asking Pax for cash. Then when he says he doesn't have it, you tell him that you'll take him to the ATM so he can pay you cash for the ride. It's so frickin' crooked. Seriously, gives everyone a bad name. I hope he get deactivated. I don't know if he was in this group. Probably not.
He's not.
But that is weird. That's you're robbing somebody. Hey, you got any cash?
Not to mention the insurance aspect of it.
Well, you have no room to talk about insurance.
No, I'm just saying.
I mean, you just be quiet. You don't even have a rider. No, but it's true. You're not covered under insurance.
But it's a safety thing. You have no record of this ride. What if?
Yeah. Well, I mean, is it really worth? I mean, yeah, you're definitely getting quite a bit more on cash. But
what if they throw up in your car? What if they
right.
I'm taking you to another ATM?
Yeah. So I'm interested to see what Elsie says. If she has any more update about this, or how she found out. I know it's kind of hard for her to kind of text it in typing, but So yeah, it is crooked. I mean, you kind of sign. Have we all taken cash rides? Of course we have. We're not idiots. It happens. But to do it on the regular and to tell somebody, well,
I'm not taking you unless you give me X amount.
yeah,
She said it was in New York.
in New York.
So
The guy was scared to go to the ATM because he got to get robbed by people waiting. It happened in New York, where he was from.
Oh, this didn't happen in Grand Rapids?
No, or maybe. No, I
Maybe
think she
that
was
was
telling
just
about a
typo.
passenger she picked up at JW.
All right, I'm
Oh,
confused.
she said no. Hold on.
Well, she like threw the guy.
Under the
was
bus.
from
he
New York.
was from New York. Yeah.
Oh, the PAX was from New York.
right.
Oh, and so it happened in. Okay,
We just need to call Elsie.
I know. We need to work on getting phones into here because there's like a 15-second delay from whatever we say. So it's yeah. They don't know that, but it is a 15-second delay. So he was from New York.
She picked him up from his.
She's like, "Shut up, Jason! You're
it's-
dumb."
Yeah, exactly. It's not that hard to understand,
Well, I
Jason.
just want to know the whole story.
You know, but it sheds light that there's just shady drivers out there. It was like
Yeah.
the one I got today. You know, it was a service animal. Mr. Mohawk, a Lyft driver. I'm going to throw that out there because it really makes me mad.
Mohawk.
Yeah, it was Muhaq.
Mahark?
Mohawk. No, there was no R.
Oh.
So Arabic.
I don't know.
I mean,
I
that's-
literally was about to turn into the parking lot, and the Lyft rider, was calling. I'm not going to answer while I'm,
No.
so I turned in. I said, as soon as I saw her, I was like, "I'm sorry I missed your call." And she goes, "Well, I was calling you because I have a service animal. The last guy showed up and told me absolutely not. He was not taking me." And I was like, "It's against the law, right?" And she goes, "Exactly." I said, "You need to report him." And, he's not allowed. When we sign on, we get the little prompt. How many times have we gotten the prompt where it says, "You agree to take..."
Yeah, pretty
Or
much when
emails and text.
And
pretty,
emails and
it pretty
text.
much we get it when it's in the news.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That
and
somebody didn't do
they
it.
sent it in text. They've sent it in emails.
Right.
We've had the alert on the apps. And I was like, report him.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
I understand why drivers don't want to do it. I get it. I mean, I have a dog. I love dogs, but I still wouldn't want a dog in my
Well, then,
truck.
but the thing of it is when you agree to their terms.
I'm just saying I wouldn't want.
Right.
I would do it. I just don't want. So, but they're just making the decision, just like the car seat, right? They're just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm an independent contractor, so I'm just not going to do it. But yeah, it's BS. I mean, I would take it for sure. So, what kind of dog was it?
It was an American Bulldog.
Ooh.
Yeah. She
As
was,
a service dog?
yeah, they were training him. He had
Hmm.
his little vest on, and she was training him for her husband.
You need to get a selfie when you have those little dogs.
He was the cutest dog. He was 6 months old.
Oh.
And he just sat there. Like, he well behaved, just sat there. I literally took her maybe a mile and a half. It was a mid-fare.
Yeah.
And then I got a $5 tip off of it.
Of course you
She
did.
appreciated it. She said, "Thank you."
Yeah, what a pain in the ass. Can we talk about how this, I mean, I know you're not on Lyft, but we have to do it. You know what? You do take, I have to say, you do take it well. I would probably be fussy with you by now.
Can we not talk about it?
Oh, so he's not taking it well. So this is completely random and we'll move on, but the Lyft adding it in the queue. I feel so bad to some people because I will not touch my tablet while I'm driving. So I have to wait till I get to a red light because if I can see they're really far away from where my drop off is, I'll drop them right away, right? Because I don't want them to wait. There's sometimes I'll drive 20 minutes like on a longish ride, and I get there and they're like 20 minutes away. I cancel on them. So they waited 20 minutes for me to get to where I am and then for me to cancel on them. It sounds like a dick move, but I'm not driving 20 minutes.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. I wish Lyft would go back to the way Uber does it and let us know where it's at, so at least we can make a decision on the fly. But I just feel bad for passengers.
You can turn on last ride.
You're right, but the problem is I don't want to do that when I want to keep working. I want them to add it, but I also feel bad for them, but not enough to go pick them up. But it's like they must.
Well, if you feel that bad, just sign on last ride.
Well, no. I mean, I guess I could do that, and I do that sometimes. But if I forget,
I think it's just what he's saying. It's when you're on working for the bonus, it's just nice to keep lining them up to
Right.
keep on going.
right? Yeah, I just feel bad for passengers.
So Flowmaster has one more question from YouTube.
Where is he from?
I don't know yet where he's from. I think maybe he
You
is
just been
from
talking to him the
LA.
whole night, and
Well, so he didn't answer that question. So he says, I have a question. Should I report this couple from last weekend? The girl was giving head to her boyfriend.
it's a little late.
The music was so loud I could not hear them till I went back and saw the footage of her doing it. So the question is, should I report that couple to Uber or Lyft? It
I
doesn't
would.
say whether.
I
He's from
wouldn't.
San Francisco.
I mean, do you want to get paired up with them again? I mean, if you do, then don't report them. If you don't
Don't have
report
the
'em.
music so loud.
Yeah, that seems. I hate when people mess with my music. I'm like, F you. Leave it alone.
I mean, it's
Oh.
up to you. If you want to report them, report them. If not, oh well.
I feel like we have no follow up on any of that stuff. We just report them and we expect that they're going to do it. But look at Peter. He freaking got paired up with that guy again. So you expect that the rideshare companies are doing the right thing. But
Well, and that's what I told him. Like, that's one of the things Lyft sold you on.
Right.
Yeah.
Is if you rate a 3 or less, you'll never get matched up.
And
with
I've
them
never
again.
been matched up with anybody. I've
You
gave
know,
it
and that's
3 or
why,
less.
especially because of the situation on why he deemed him
Yeah.
down. Like, he didn't want to get, which I wouldn't either.
right, yeah. I don't know, Lyft. You gotta do something. I understand why they're doing it. They want to keep the driver busy. They want to get the passenger, but you're actually hurting your passengers because, I mean, maybe they have a lot of people that will just drive that 20 minutes. I don't know. I won't. 8 minutes or less.
Right.
Peace out. So,
So I guess we don't know, Flowmaster. That's up.
I mean, well, it's a personal preference. I mean,
Right.
if it was uncomfortable for you, report it. If it wasn't, you were fine with it, don't report it. I mean, it's either or. I would report it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get paired up with them again. Unless she was good looking, but what?
Well, then there's should there be a cleaning fee? Who knows?
Well, that you probably can't report anymore. It's probably dry. So next question is, I'm just going to touch on this a little bit. Anyone clarify me if the tax summary for 2019 is Uber's idea of a 1099? Yes, this is the second year they're doing it. If you've made $20,000 or less, you will not get a 1099. You will get a tax summary. Has all the same information on it. It's just labeled different.
And again, it's not from Uber. This is the change in the law. They don't have to give you an actual.
Correct. This is
1099.
not an Uber thing because Lyft
No.
does the same thing.
Yeah.
It's our lovely government. So
You know, between last year and this year, I think they literally look identical.
as far as what?
The 1099 and the tax
Well,
summary.
it would be different if you drove more, Nick.
No, I actually drove last year than the year before. So.
Oh,
that's
you
what-
did?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Not $20,000 worth. Well, you probably got an actual 1099.
Last year I got a 1099.
No, it's the year before.
Yeah, year before. not
Yeah,
last
they
year,
just
sorry.
started doing the summary. Yeah, but I'm so tired of tax questions on all the groups. I just cannot wait till April 15th, so I don't have to hear about it anymore.
Just hire a tax account.
Yes, please. Wait, wasn't there a picture somewhere? Wasn't there a picture of somebody doing taxes for like $25? I don't know who that was.
Maybe
but-
not hire that person.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I remember who it was.
I mean, if you don't have any of the rideshare stuff, like I'm sure your basic taxes are pretty easy, but
I know it was not as easy as last year with being an independent contractor. Because there was one person I knew who, as soon as they put in they typed in something in Uber, it automatically populated.
oh,
But the numbers that populated was the total for what you made on the ride. So, on the form, how it gives you what you totally made.
right.
It put that number in, and they were just like, "Well, that's not what I made."
But
Right.
that's because you use that number, then you subtract their fees as
right,
a
and
business
that's what
expense.
I broke it down and explained it. Like, no,
Yeah.
you have to go out and enter this and this and this
Right.
and this and this. So,
I just recommend, and obviously Jesper does too, is to get somebody to do your taxes.
just like my neighbor's a tax lady. She's really good, apparently.
Yeah.
Did she do yours?
No, I had H&R Block. No. I haven't even done taxes yet. I'm not even.
She's so
Oh, I
good,
don't-
even use her.
Right.
Yeah,
I
not even-
don't file mine until the very last minute. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to get on this subject.
no, we're done. Asking for a friend. So where are the cancellation acceptance rating located on the app? Thought Uber was no longer tracking these stats. I can't seem to locate this information. Well, if they're not tracking them anymore, then
They are tracking them still.
they are.
Yes.
Where do you see them then?
On your weekly pay statements.
Yeah.
The amount of I never
Acceptance
look.
and cancel.
I never look at those.
Yeah, you can't go through
The app. You have to go
online.
on.
Go to the website.
Oh, so it's a desktop thing.
Yeah.
However, it doesn't matter. I don't think.
Well, I always thought the cancel. I used to get tons of angry texts from Lyft and Uber when I would cancel too much. I don't get them anymore. It's
Lyft, I do.
I use.
Now you're up because you're doing it.
I feel like Lyft gave up on me because I don't get anything anymore.
No, you know what it is? I will tell you. If you keep canceling a lot, then you reach a certain level where they're just like, meh, you get put there. Because I got there when I was like listening to you guys, and I was like, I'm not going to accept everything, blah, blah, blah. I started getting them. So then I stopped getting them. And then I went back to accepting. And then I went back to
Canceling.
just not accepting.
Oh, okay.
And then it was like, you're missing a lot of requests.
Oh.
And so I started getting them again. And I was like, nope. So now I have a 71%
Wow.
acceptance.
I was at a
Lyft.
4% last week.
That's why you don't get them anymore, because they're like, there's no help for you.
Mine. I don't even know what mine was at, but I've been trying to get the bonus, but won't happen this week. Thanks, Amazon.
I think I'm on 5 rides.
Oh my gosh, I'm way.
On Lyft.
I think I'm at like 25 or 30.
Oh.
You're terrible. I'll skip this Reddit one first, and then we'll wrap up with that. So last night I encountered a situation where I received a request from a guy to take him from a bar to his apartment. A lady got in the car with him. When we reached the destination, the lady was passed out, completely incoherent, and not able to get herself out of the car. The guy had apparently just met her that night. Was it the same? Who was that? Cece with that. That was. Do you remember her video? I wonder if it's the same gal. God, what was her name? Christine, I think. But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack. The guy had apparently just met her that night. What you have done in the situation? I ended up taking her to the hospital because she wasn't waking up, making any sense to be able to drop her off anywhere else.
No, it's good she took her to the hospital.
Kind of. I don't think I would have. I would have called 911 and just stepped out. I mean,
I guess it depends on how close you were.
You're right. If I was a mile from the hospital, I probably would have gone to the hospital. Yeah. The problem is it doesn't say if the guy rode with them. I mean, that would be different too. If the guy was in there and he would seem to be with it, I'd be like, all right, let's roll. Let's go to the hospital. You know what I mean? But if I was like 10 minutes away, I'd probably just call an ambulance or the police or something. But because Justin has had that happen. He called the cops and they took her away. But
I called the cops.
Well, paramedics came.
Yeah,
for you?
The cops came too, though, for Justin.
Did they?
They came first, and then the ambulance came.
Yeah, mine too. The cops, Kentwood.
They were there
PD
first,
came,
and then
they wanted to get him checked out.
Was it the same situation? Passed out, can't wake him up.
Yeah, like
That's so scary.
I slammed my door even because you know how sometimes if you slam.
Oh, poor white Betty.
Oh, I was like, what? That was so
Betty
random.
White.
Oh, Betty White. Sorry, not white.
Betty White. God,
that's the name of his vehicle.
Yeah, Betty White.
Yeah, Cece says the hooker, Christine.
Oh, you know,
not talking about your car.
you know, Betty White can be kind of scandalous. I don't know. She's a little feisty.
That's funny.
But you know, speaking of that, there was a Pelka had one where a guy and a girl got in the car. The guy ordered it, wanted to go a certain place, and she was paying attention to both riders, but she could see the girl was just like, I don't want to. That wasn't the deal, like. And so she ended up she goes, okay, well, it sounds like she wants to go home. And he was like, oh yeah, that's fine. So she dropped one off and then dropped her off. And he complained to Uber about it. So they readjusted the fare. And so she called and she was like, no, like this is what happened. I have my dash cam. And so they readjusted it back for her.
Okay.
But he was mad because he was trying to take a girl home and she did not want to go home with him. Because that wasn't what they had worked out. So.
That's weird. Yeah, surprising in low crime Grand Rapids. There's a lot of scandalous stuff that goes on that people don't realize when you're driving.
That's
late
like
night.
when I had that escort. She told me she was an escort.
Loud and proud.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I picked up a few hookers.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
You picked up hookers
in the car.
Yeah, we know. You walked right into that one. So just real quick, if you were on Facebook, what was this, Sunday this happened?
Yeah.
I don't know. Basically, I'm a pretty big Reddit user, and there's a Grand Rapids subreddit, and somebody posted about an Uber cleaning scam. The link is not live anymore. If you don't have the link, you won't be able to find it. But he basically threw this guy under the bus. It was like on the bus, in the bus, on top of the bus, and said that he scammed him on a cleaning fee. The guy actually, it kind of like I put two and two together. Like we figured out he wasn't our group, so I told him about it. And I said, "What's up?" And I was kind of playing both sides. I mean, not trying to cause trouble, but I was defending Brandon in Reddit. But on Facebook, I was like, "Hey, man, what's going on with this?" Like, if you really, I was just trying to flesh it out that he wasn't being shady. So, I mean, I kind of tend to believe Brandon because
he'd been driving for 3 years.
Yeah, it had a good rating, so I'm like, I mean, why would he do this? I mean, I'm not saying he wouldn't do it, but it's crazy that it's kind of like small worlds combine or collide. But so this guy was ripping on Brandon, and then it
posted his picture and
his picture, and said he lives in where he lives.
Yeah, never mind.
Too late. He lives in Granville. So I'm like, what are you doing? So I kept saying in Reddit, I'm like, dude, I get it. Just take his picture down, though. What are you doing? Like, and a lot of people agreed with me. And finally, he deleted the picture, deleted the whole thread and everything. I'm kind of glad we kind of peer pressured him to do it. But I mean, I don't know. It's just, I feel bad for both of them. The one guy had to pay a cleaning fee. Although he said he got it reversed because he told Uber he had camera footage of them getting in the car with nothing in their hands.
So
to
you
spill.
don't. Where do you pee?
Yeah. So he did. Brandon said he didn't sniff it, but he's pretty sure it was pee.
Should have sniffed it.
I would have done a sniff test. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds disgusting, but I want to know what's on my seat. I mean, if it's water, it's like I'm gonna take two different approaches if that's water or pee to clean that up. So hopefully Brandon didn't get in trouble from that, but yeah. So just interesting, on this subreddit, there's 21,000 people in it, and there's currently right now 159 online. I just feel like that's a lot. I don't know.
What time is it?
159?
Online right now in that subreddit. Doesn't mean, I don't know if it means they're in the Grand Rapids subreddit or they're online on Reddit somewhere, but just thought that was interesting. So anything else? Yester's falling asleep over there.
I'm not. I'm listening.
Yeah, you're listening?
I haven't heard you talk in like a year.
Well, because I'm listening.
You're listening?
Oh, my gosh.
We got any questions on YouTube still?
Nope.
Did we ever find out where what's his name's from?
He's from San Francisco.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Well, thanks everybody for joining us in the giveaway. Sorry you didn't win, Gabe, but you won because you got to spend time with us.
Hey, I got one more podcast.
One more podcast.
Yeah, and then I want my free T-shirt.
Oh. Did you not get a T-shirt?
No.
Yeah, we gave T-shirts away from the people. How many do you have to have? 3 podcasts? Is that what we said?
I'm on 3. Okay. Oh, I'm good.
Then you're good. You're good. Yeah, we are.
Jason will pay for it.
I like free stuff.
Yeah, you got a free energy drink.
That's your T-shirt right there.
Hey, speaking
Nick,
of free, weren't you supposed to show something else you got?
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. No one's online anymore. Oh, there's 13 people online. I got.
Sorry, Peter.
1K coat. What?
I said sorry, Peter.
Yeah, Peter, let us know how
Peter.
your coat is.
Sorry. Where's your coat? I must have got on the last shipment because like 2 days later, Peter requested his, and they said it was going to be like 4 to 6 weeks.
Although, wait, does yours say lift? Because
I don't know. I haven't opened it yet.
You should see because remember,
I'm doing it right now, bro.
Cece said hers doesn't say lift at all.
Mine does.
Mine does.
It says, what does it say? With a milestone this big, you've got to show it off. So there's that.
Those coats are actually pretty comfortable.
Comes in a nice little package right there. Oh, a card. You think this was handwritten?
No.
No.
It says, welcome to the Lift 1K Club. We wouldn't be, I can't even read this. We wouldn't be prouder to see.
And that's why you drive for Lyft. Welcome to the Lyft 1K Club. We wouldn't be prouder to see you hit 1,000 rides. This is a major milestone and much more. That's
Yeah,
1,000
real nice.
connections made. carpools created, and
how's reading, bro?
well, it's a horrible handwriting. And days brightened. The Lyft community is lucky to have you. Thanks for your dedication to giving safe, reliable rides to your neighbors. Here's to the next 1,000 together.
So he does have the Lyft emblem on the front of the jacket. CC.
CC says that's why you got.
But CC.
I gotta give her that one. That one's really good. No, this is a nice jacket.
Yeah, no, they're really comfortable.
Although I got a loose. I mean, I asked for an XL. Oh, it even says like 1K driver on the back.
Right.
And they see that. Am I doing it right?
CC's not happy. Hers does not say Lyft.
I wonder if for women, they give you a non-Lyft jacket.
On the side?
Yeah, hers says 1K on the side and Lyft on the tag on the inside.
I wish it was pink. I kind of wish it was pink. Of course I wish it was pink.
It's nice, though.
It's nice. It's a nice jacket. I'm kind of stoked for it. So,
Good job, Jason, on that achievement.
You know, it sounds silly, but I'm actually kind of proud of it. I don't know why.
You did it quick.
Yeah,
when you
I started
full
doing
time.
full time. Yeah, I started cranking them out. So, but yeah. Sorry, CC, yours doesn't say lift. CC said that looks like a medium. She's so funny. I'm telling you, man. She is funny. She needs to start a podcast. Listen to her. Boo. Boo. She cracks me up. Oh, my gosh. That line. That's why you got stuck. You can't read. That's perfect. Although, look at this card. I mean, seriously. I can't ever tell. Is it on there?
Lower. There you go.
Look at whoever writes in cursive anymore. I mean, seriously, that's ridiculous. You want to try to read it again?
No, that's good.
All right. Oh, it was lower because, yeah, okay. All right, guys, we're signing off. Thank you. Shut up, CC.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you very much.
Congrats to the winners.
Congrats to the winners. Did everyone contact you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, you can kill us.